Hey guys, this is how to reflow your laptop. It comes in four parts. You'll see the four parts here, and this will really work for any laptop with a loose video card that needs to be resoldered. So you need to really follow these four steps by making sure you cover all of the parts with tin foil and heating up the entire board. Because if you don't, you warp your laptop motherboard. I'm using a heat gun here. These are extremely hot, and you want to use care when doing this. But keep moving the heat gun around to make sure you're heating up the board completely on all sides. Each one of these parts are timed, and so you want to follow the timing of each so that you make sure you get this thing hot enough. I put a tile underneath um, the board so that it didn't damage anything or use wood or anything like that. But you can use anything that is heat resistant and you're not going to damage or you care about damaging with your heat gun. You can see there are lots of little pieces of tin foil were um, not attached completely, so they kind of move around a little bit. Yeah, some of you think this is probably pretty boring. Yeah, it is, but it actually works. And I thought I'd throw it up there and help somebody out, help me out. These laptops gets damaged because we typically hold them on the side of the or the edge. You pick up your laptop by the edge, and with all the weight of the laptop, you end up bending the motherboard. And so that's why this problem happens, is that we all pick them up from the edge and not use two hands. We use one hand to hold our laptop, and that eventually puts a lot of strain on that motherboard, and the video component that's attached to it can become loose. And so that's what happened to me. Pretty common problem. So now we're going to start the third process, and you want to really focus on the video card and spending a lot of time around the video card and heating that up to make sure that you get those solder joints to reflow and attach themselves back to the motherboard. So they've come loose and they need to reflow. In order to do that, you need to spend a lot of time over the video card there and making sure that those solder joints are going to get heated up to the point where they'll melt basically. And you won't see that from the board itself or any. You don't want to make sure you're not melting anything else, but that's what you're doing. So I'm spending a lot of time over that card to make sure that that's not going to happen. And it did happen. It worked. It's still working for me now. I don't use that laptop as much as I used to, but it can be a pseudo permanent solution. Not always, because if you're picking your motherboard, your laptop up again by one hand from the corner edge, you're going to bend your motherboard again. You're going to do it again. So it depends on how you treat your laptop. Although it doesn't look like you're doing a whole lot just by moving this around, it's important to keep that heat gun moving in circular motions and not stay in one spot for too long. Otherwise you will burn and or loosen other solder joints on your motherboard, and then you got other issues and you can just throw the thing away. So you do want to keep that hand moving, and circular motions, I've read, are the best. It is a long video, yeah, but here we are now at the cool down phase, and now you just want to kind of back off a little bit and bring the temperature down slowly by um, moving through the other parts of the board and kind of stepping back a little bit and not getting so intense on the motherboard there, and kind of just giving it a nice cool down so that it kind of cools evenly. And again, you're trying to keep your motherboard from warping. That's the biggest thing, is that if you do these two processes, or you leave one of these steps out, these boards can warp, and so that's what you're trying to mitigate here. So just kind of step back a little bit, kind of, you can see my methods are a little bit, switch the fan setting back down again on low right here, kind of like you did in the beginning for the initial phase of heating it up, kind of low, and then there's usually a high and a low on these heat fans, and I think they're about 1200 watt guns. So you pick one of these up for, I think, around 50 bucks or so. I think I ordered one online, or I got one at the hardware store, I forget, but not hard to find. So last step, you want to let it sit for 30 minutes and finish cooling down. We don't want to touch it or move it, so all those solder joints are completely solid and cool enough, and then put your whole thing back together. Thanks for watching.